Hey everybody, Emeka coming at you from the Blueprint Publishing Academy. And today I'm sitting down with one of our students, Gary. And Gary is going to talk today about his publishing business. Gary has set up his business in a way that even though he's earning a substantial amount from front-end sales, his business is now on the back end surpassed that. And it's funny, I'll link up his first video. First interview we did when he made his first $6,000 with self-publishing. I challenged him. I said, Gary, when are you going to make more on the back end than you do the front end? And I think that was a pivotal moment for you, right? You kind of you thought about that. I think you made a post.
Yeah, it was. It was. I really wasn't. The last time we spoke, ClickBank was new to me.
Yeah.
So I was a little surprised. I was surprised that once the audience was established and I was able to sell books to them, I was surprised how easy it was to sell higher ticket items. Right? So, and yeah, it's grown.
So,
like a lot.
Yeah, substantially. So, yeah. Gary, okay, let's first talk about your path from November. You did 14,000 in front end book sales from publishing. Let's talk about what happened between when we sat down a couple months ago and you were doing 6,000 to now 14,000. So you more than doubled it in the last few months. How many more books did you come out with? What strategies did you use? Like, what were some of the things that's been happening in that part of the business?
Consistency. So when we were talking before, this is one of the things I wanted to really touch on. It was consistently doing the same thing. Okay, so the stuff that's in the blueprint, it's all there for you, and you need to just follow it, but follow it consistently. So the only thing that I've done differently since the last time we spoke was promote a launch of a product that's inside my niche. It's not my product, but the commission on that was $160 a set. And I promoted that over the Black Friday period, and I just crushed it because I know it was a good fit for my audience. But it's just consistency. So I consistently run AMS ads. I consistently publish the same way. I consistently respond to customer emails. I consistently ask for reviews. I consistently run competitions, or all these marketing tactics that are outlined inside the blueprint. That's all I'm doing. That's it. So the difference between 6,000 to 14,000 was just more of the same.
How many more books did you publish? Do you know?
Not many, man.
No, just a few more.
I think 2. Maybe.
Okay, so 2 more. How many do you have in total?
3 max. I put 18. 18
so you've got 18 books total now, and you did over $14,000 in the front end sales.
Correct.
Cool. All right, but let's talk back end, because front end is one thing, but the blueprint, I've always understood, and I've known this, that nonfiction, you want to make money, you create a back end and you go make money on the back end, because that's where publishers can make their real money. I don't even want to call it publishers, business owners who are publishing using nonfiction publishing. They can make their real money with the back end, right? So,
well, every marketer does that.
Yeah,
and if you're
right.
And I mean,
I'm thinking fiction to nonfiction.
Yeah,
right?
And even if you're a self-published fiction author, then you're a marketer, or you should be. Otherwise, you're not going to sell a whole lot of books, are you?
You're absolutely right, but there's not a ton of back end stuff that you're going to sell to somebody who wants to read how a werewolf and a freaking whatever have sex, right? There's only.
Well,
I guess there probably is.
I can think of a few that you could sell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some physical products that
Okay, this is going sideways.
Well,
Let's stay focused.
I'm just wired that way, so I'm
Yeah.
always thinking of like,
Yeah.
what else is the audience going to want?
Okay. So, okay. So you build up your reader base, and then you have you found. How did you find your first back end products that you started promoting to your readers? Can you start? Let's start there.
Yeah, sure. So the books were doing really, really well.
Okay.
Like really well. Like I was launching a book, and I could get. I think the best one I've had so far was 120 sales in the first day.
Nice.
Right.
Is that ebook or paperback?
Paperback.
Or paperback.
I don't promote ebooks.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a few. I don't care. I don't care about a $2 commission. Let's be real about it. I mean, fiction's different.
Yeah.
Because you've got sheer volume and you've got people that just binge read for enjoyment. Non-fiction's it's different.
Okay.
You're selling info. So, but anyway, I just went on to ClickBank marketplace.
Yep.
Well, on the left-hand side of that marketplace, you've got all your different niches. So whether that's health, whether that's make money, for example. Yep. It could be lose weight, could be whatever. So I found my niche within that. And I just started looking for all the different offers.
Okay.
Looked at and it wasn't so much about how much it paid out either.
Right.
It was looking at what their refund rate was like, how long it's been around for.
Yes.
And the refund rate's important because that indicates whether or not the consumer's gotten value.
Yes.
Right? So the last thing I want to do is promote a product that is just a scam and it's all hype.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I managed to narrow it down to 2 or 3, and I picked one.
Okay.
Which I felt would fit really, really well with my customers.
Right. So you understood who your customers were, who were buying your books. Okay. Yep. Let's first note, you figured out how to sell books first.
100%.
Right. So if people are watching this and they're struggling, like they're not even making like a couple grand right now. They're not even making a couple grand selling just the books. Should they even be thinking about this? What we're talking about?
You're going to need to be a bit more specific. So
if they have their first $1,000, should they even be worried about how to sell back-end products?
No.
Okay.
No. Like if you, I'll put it this way: if you can't sell, and I've seen some of the books that are floating around.
Yeah.
Don't price your book at $7. It's wrong. Price it at $20 and at least earn $5 a sale, right?
Yeah.
For starters on a paperback. If you can't sell a $20 product in your niche, if you can't get someone to part with $20 in an exchange of value, why is someone going to give you $300, $500, $1,000? Why would they?
Right.
You can't even get $20. So, and this might sound a little bit harsh, but get that right first. It's just the baby steps. Because if you can get 1 or 2 books that take off at that price point, and you're starting to get engagement, you're getting people into your email list, you're getting people following you on social media, your brand, that is. Mm-hmm. You know that you can sell a high ticket product for that book.
Right. Okay. So
it's just keeping it really, really simple.
Don't run before you can walk.
Yeah, like step one, right? Pick a niche. And don't overcomplicate it. There's money in every niche.
Yeah.
And I hope you don't cut out that adult part that I said before. But
no, I'll leave that in.
Yeah, leave it in there because there's money in every niche.
Yeah, no, there is.
Like walk into a Walmart, right? Like, and they've got nearly everything you can.
That you can think of.
And you walk past some of those things. Who the hell would buy that? Guess what? It's on the shelf because people buy it.
Because people buy it. You're
right.
I was speaking to a guy at a Porsche dealership today, and he's like, yeah, they just came out with wheel package.
Yeah, I saw you went on the test drive, right?
Yeah.
How was it?
Bro, that was freaking insane. So it was nuts. But he was telling me, he's like, yeah, they just came out with these. I can't remember what type of wheels, but it's a $17,000 option, and he's like, it's freaking insane. But I'm like, you know what? People buy it. People buy it, so sell it.
Yeah, they do.
You know, yeah, totally. Okay, so let's assume people watching now. Okay, so they've got their front end book sales. They're making a couple grand a month.
Mm-hmm.
They go on a ClickBank. They find a product related to their niche, so they think their readers will like. Okay, and then what do you do?
Firstly, I'd make sure that they were following the blueprint and that they have lead magnets.
So
again, we'll build this audience first, right?
You got to build the audience. So you're collecting emails from your readers.
Yep.
You're building your email list. Exactly what's inside the course that teaches you how to do this.
Yep.
Okay. So you're collecting the emails. You find the product on ClickBank, right? Mm-hmm. And where you can go on a ClickBank, figure this out. Like, it's not hard.
It's really not.
Right. It's not hard.
No, the biggest, like, you can get on YouTube right now and type in ClickBank marketing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to get all these gurus that are trying to sell you like ClickBank in a box systems and everything else. Quite frankly, it's mostly rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest problem that any marketer has, and even I would assume for you when you're starting out, Emeka, is traffic.
Oh, 100%, man.
Right? Like, how do you, and not just traffic, like, you can go spend money and send people to a page, but if they're not targeted, it's not going to convert and you're not going to make money.
Yep.
Right. So if you're building your brand and you're following the blueprint and you're building your list, right? I also utilize Facebook groups. And as you start to build that, you now have people that are laser targeted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've already bought a book. Maybe they've bought a couple of your books at this point.
Yep.
Right? You already know what they want. You know them. Well, you should.
And you only get this when you dive deep into one niche. None of this going from niche to niche to niche to niche.
Man, the amount of people that PM me asking me about, when are you going to go into the next niche? I barely scratched the surface on where I'm at. Like, what? Why would I spread myself thin like that? Like, it's just this thought process of like, you could just be in 100 niches and then, you'll earn $1 million a week. No, you won't.
Yeah.
Like, you won't.
Okay, so you have the product, and then do you simply just email them about the product? Or what's your process on that?
Look, I do use email. I have a 12-week sequence.
Yep.
And it's the 12-week sequence I use is more value, right?
Right.
So it's just helping them on their journey for a defined problem that I know that most of them have, right? And there'll be a little thing at the bottom that says, speed up the process. This is something that we really recommend.
Yep.
Right. So it's a shortcut, but at the same time, you don't need it. So it's up to you.
Yes. And I
found that really helps with conversions.
Yes.
Instead of just being like every other, like, I can look at my spam folder right now. I think there's like 4,000 emails. Like, come on, like, and if you're watching, I'm sorry if you're one of those people that thinks that these old school email marketing tactics work.
They do.
But it's
not the old school ones with just you have to email marketing still works, but not just the
copy and paste email marketing is what I'm referring to.
Yes, that's
okay.
Yeah.
So for example, like a product comes out, and it could be related to, I think ASM was one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's affiliates doing really well with ASM.
Totally.
But what I've noticed is that there's like 100 people that are just copy and pasting Ryan Moran's emails,
Mhm.
like verbatim. They're literally copy paste, put my affiliate link in, buy some leads from someone, and blast it out. I doubt that they're making very much. I doubt it.
Okay. So, yeah.
A bit off topic, but
it needs to be said.
It does. I just think that it comes back to those baby steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So get the small things right, and as you said, right, walk before you can run.
Yep.
And by which point you're going to get feedback, right? And you need the feedback to understand your customer better. So I had someone comment yesterday. They were asking about how I ask for reviews, like in a book, right? And I literally pasted what I used.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right. And someone said, "Oh, aren't you worried that people will like, because you're asking for honest reviews?
Right.
Are you not worried that people will use like 1-star review?" I'm like,
oh my God. Like, this is what I don't get. Okay. When people ask for help, you give them help, and then they question your help.
I copied and pasted it out of one of my books, literally.
Like,
and that's a book that makes a shitload of money. Sorry for swearing, but it just does.
I swear all the time. Okay, we're not squeaky.
Yeah.
I just don't get that. Right? You answer their question, you give them the help they want, and then they question your help.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're worried about 1-star reviews, stop making shitty books. Your 1-star reviews will go away. Not all of them, but the majority of them.
Well, you get the occasional idiot that they get their VA to put something on your book because they're trying to compete with you.
Or the reviews like, I never meant to buy this book.
Yeah,
your one-click buy setting on Amazon, moron. Yeah. Right? Yeah. We've had to do that with our 3-year-old because she gets onto Amazon pretty easily now, and we're like, let's remove that one-click buy.
Yeah, trying to take down that Yo-Yo Tricks book.
Right.
One bad review at a time.
So, but okay. So let's keep going. So you do the 12 sequence email. Now this is like, we were talking earlier in the self-publishing accelerator. The whole goal is to build a brand, exactly like what you've been doing, right? It shows them, here are the emails that you want to use. Here's how to go to ClickBank. Now,
do you know what the problem is? It's plug and play, right?
Right.
So you literally give people everything. It's not hard.
I give them what they need to get started, but then you have to take like what you did. I gave you the blueprint, and then you added to it, and you added your finesse, and boom, you blew up because of it. Right? Like, that's,
but
if that makes sense, right? Like, yeah, I literally show them. It's like, here's how to go to ClickBank and take the product. Here's literally, you can copy and paste these emails to sell the products, but make it yours for your niche. Build the relationship with your customer.
And there's even a free video on your channel that shows you how to do a lead magnet.
Right.
Like, it's just like, I think that if you're actually willing to put in the work,
yeah,
well,
if you're willing to put in work, success is an event. And that,
like this stuff just works though. Like the reason I've come back to talk with Emeka today is it actually works. It's not this Me Too, FBA, drop shipping, Shopify, Facebook hack bullshit. It actually works.
Right.
Like it seriously does. Like, I'm getting paid from this right now.
When you put in the work, it works. When you don't put in the work, it doesn't work. When you try to find shortcuts, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right? Like, let's be honest, because FBA works, but you got to put in the work. There's no freaking hacks. That's just to sell something. There's right? Like, if you put in the work.
I think it's the same with anything, any of these business.
Well, yeah, like anything,
right. And again, it freaking works.
Yeah.
And I look at it and I think, like, why is it that, like, even with a free video, right? Like, you'll put up a free video and say, this is exactly how to do this, Like I could shoot a video today and show you how to leave the house broke and come home with $100. Gary Vee has videos like that
all the time,
and it works. I've sent you photos of just a test that I did.
Yeah.
Like I left the house with $100, and you know what? I came home with $1,000.
Yeah.
In a day.
No, you showed me. So why do you think people just don't do this? Like why? Like maybe let's be real. Maybe let's give them some tough love. Like what? Because you're in the group. You know, you see people and their comments and their posts. Like, what do you think? Like, explain why you didn't want to talk about your income, your back end income. Like,
yeah, okay, that's fine. We spoke about it off camera, and as I said to you, I'd prefer to be really honest.
Yeah.
Like I don't have anything to hide. The reason, and I've specifically done this in the group as well, is stop talking about it as much. Yeah. Because my PMs blew up. Right. Like, and I'm talking, you know, ridiculous like, and amounts. I don't mind helping people, giving back, all that. It's fine. Honestly, it is because we can all grow together and learn from each other as a community. I think that is golden. The issue I have is that the people that are asking about back-end sales and, you know, funnels and, you know, like how did you get into this program at JV Zoo? Like they don't even accept affiliates. Yeah, because you can't sell shit. They don't want you. Right? Like, have you tried like getting on a Skype call with a guy that's running the program? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, what value are you bringing to him? He's already making money, right?
Right.
I was able to JV with him because I had an audience.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I don't want to distract people from what they should be doing. Mm-hmm. Right? Because if you're at base level, and some of you haven't even published a book yet. Like, you haven't published a book. Mm-hmm. Or you've published like 2 books and they didn't work. You didn't make any money. Right? And you blame it on the VA. Oh, you know, my VA, you know, they took my money. They never left any reviews. And like, shit happens.
Yeah.
Move on. Like, and then why are you like, oh, you know, I can't do anything with my business because I need to save up money to publish another book. Why? Why don't you fix the book that you have? Why don't you put the work in and fix the book that you have?
Like, it might not work or this or that or...
Nothing's 100%.
No, 100%.
Nothing you do is 100% ever.
Bro, the other day, this guy emails me.